حمد تناسي لك وصانية وعندي منامة خيار فاصلها ليها يا سي حمد تناسي لك وصانية يا سي حمد تناسي لك وصانية يا سي حمد تناسي لك وصانية وعندي منامة خيار فاصلها ليها يا سي حمد.
The population issue is not simply a matter of numbers of people. It is also with increasing urgency the need of those people for services which modern life at any level demands: transport and housing, schools and health care. Worldwide, as people have come to recognize the long-term health and social implications of their own fertility, and have begun to demand a reasonable means to regulate that fertility, a compelling problem emerges: how to respond to that demand in a manner which is appropriate to each culture and respectful of each individual within that culture. Traditionally, family planning services have been provided through clinics. Couples seeking guidance and contraceptives had to go to the clinic regardless of the distance from their home, the inconvenience of the journey, the cost in transport or fees, and the sacrifice of inherent reticence. Access to contraceptives has increased dramatically when commercial outlets and village supply centers have shortened the distance and simplified the procurement process. Household delivery aims to surmount these barriers completely by placing contraceptives in each household containing an eligible couple. This final step in making supplies fully available provides not only the best possible initial information, but overcomes the obstacles of distance, cost, inconvenience, and lack of knowledge. Within the last few years, a number of living laboratories to test the validity of taking contraceptives directly to the people have been set up in countries which offer a variety of unique problems. In Tunisia, a basic problem was the presence at some distance from urban settlements of a substantial population of eligible couples not normally reached by modern health care. The project recruited and trained interviewers who not only collect information but distribute oral contraceptives. They visit every household in a defined geographic area and offer contraceptives to all eligible women, eligible being defined in Tunisia as under 45 years of age, currently married with husband present, not pregnant, not known to be sterile, and with no health contraindications against pill usage. Project Director Dr. Lilian Toomey.
ملا خممنا باش ناخذوا بنات من هوني من البلاد هذية وعملنا لهم
We thought that the best way to begin was to choose girls from this region and train them to talk to women, to explain the idea and methods of family planning. We knew that the women here would have more confidence in local girls who speak the same language, and that they would listen to these girls in this very personal family planning program.
Let us watch a typical home visit in the village of Airlie in the province of Sfax, as Dr. Toomey explains the rationale behind it.
We have arranged the work so that we send the girls to the homes in groups of 2. They go to the homes, talk to the women, and give them a supply of pills for 6 months. They have been trained to explain fully how to take the pills and what to do if they have reactions or get sick. We give them a card, and they can take it to the clinic for examination by a doctor. If all goes well, they can take the full 6 months supply of pills. Before the supply is exhausted, we will come back to them in about 5 months and again question them carefully and report all that they say, their reactions, and so on. And if everything is satisfactory, we will give the women another 6 months' supply. First, the young visitor fills out all her papers and has determined that the woman is eligible. Then she begins to talk. I am giving you 2 packages of pills. In each package, there are 3 smaller packages. You open one of the packages 5 days after you begin your period. Count carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, on the 5th day, at night, you start by taking this first pill, the white one. You swallow this white pill, and you follow this line, taking 1 pill every night until you finish this row. Then you go back and start the 2nd row, then the next, and the next. These are the last you take. Do you understand? Yes. Now, if you should get signs of blood while you are taking the white pills, or if you should not get the blood while you are taking the red pills, you had better come to the doctor for an examination. Do I get the blood while I'm taking the white pills? No. You should get the blood only while you are taking the red pills. When I get the blood, do I come for examination? Only if you get it while you are taking the white pills. But if you get it while you are taking the red pills, that is normal, and you don't need an examination. The pills will regulate your bleeding. White means no blood. Red means blood. Do you understand? Now, suppose you want to stop taking the pill because you want to get pregnant again. Don't just stop taking the pills. Finish the cycle first, then stop. The best way would be to check with us. Another thing, don't forget to take your pills, even for 1 day. Don't jump a day. It is bad for you, and you might get pregnant. Now, show me how you are going to take the pills, so I can be sure you understand. This is the sort of careful interview for which there is rarely time in a crowded clinic. And yet it is essential if a woman is to understand and use the pill in a way which will help her. In simple country terms, it provides the best sort of foundation for continued use. We will come back before the end of 6 months. Now, here is a card for a doctor's examination if it is needed. Dr. Toomey will be coming to the clinic many times during the next 6 months. Put these packages away and keep them out of the children's reach. Don't start taking them until you get your next period. Another thing I want to say, after you start taking the pill, you may get a headache. Don't worry about it. It only happens because the pill is something new you have not taken before. Or you might get a stomach pain. But if you do, don't throw away the pills. Go on taking them. You will be all right. We would not give you anything that could really harm you. But if you get truly sick for any reason, then come to us or send word to us so you can get an examination by the doctor. Now, take good care of yourself and take care of the pills. Take them with you wherever you go and take them regularly. Do you understand? Now, we leave you with God. And if anything goes wrong, we will come back and take you by car to the doctor.
Dr. Mesri Shakir, director of the National Family Planning Office, sees the program in broad terms.
العائلي باعتباره وسيلة وفلسفة في شؤون.
We have promoted family planning programs because we consider them fundamental to the philosophy of family well-being.
تجعل من التنظيم العائلي.
They are part of a humane consideration of a way in which we can bring mankind to a better level of life with dignity, a way to guard the health of mothers and children, and to create truly healthy generations for the future. This is our work. Our ultimate goal is to create healthier generations of informed citizens. We consider that man is the most precious capital asset of the state. If we take care of him, he can create the national wealth. Indeed, he is the wealth. With him, we can achieve our aims of development and progress. With the solid assurance of full government support, Tunisia plans an expansion of the household delivery system into 3 more provinces, with a total population of more than 100,000 people. The pilot project grew out of the needs and characteristics of the people themselves, truly an indigenous program. The expansion will capitalize upon the findings of that project. The lush green valley of the River Nile is Egypt's pride, but the waters irrigate only a limited area. 97% of the nation's people are crowded together on the 4% of the land which is arable, giving it one of the world's greatest population densities. People who are unconvinced by demographic cries of doom tend to point to empty land areas as proof that population can expand without penalty. But the cost of making desert land habitable is enormous. Even the provision of basic subsistence is expensive. Egypt's population grows at the rate of 1 million a year, with attendant pressure on all public services. Recognizing the special problem of a population so concentrated, the government of Egypt has included family planning in its health services. But the burden on these services demonstrates the need for supplementary means of distribution if contraceptives are to be made widely available. Dr. Saad Gadala has been active in Shanawan household delivery since it began. He believes that it is essential to the success of any such project that the whole health community be apprised of it, and when appropriate, prepared to play a supportive role. Here, he reminds health workers of the importance the state attaches to family planning and explains the plans to expand household delivery to other villages in their area. Shanawan is an agricultural village north of Cairo. The project began, here as elsewhere, by sending a research team to become acquainted with the village and its people.
Our household distribution in Shanawan was certainly a success. When we started our research projects in Shanawan in 1969, the prevalence of contraceptive use was 4%. Through our efforts in family planning communication, the percentage of contraceptive use reached 8% in 1972. And we continued our work with the family planning clinics and was providing information about family planning and contraceptives until 1974, when in November 1974, the proportion using contraceptive methods in the village was 15%. We then did our household distribution in November 1974, and in November 1975, the proportion of contraceptive users increased to 31%. And this success prompted us to expand the project in 20 health units serving 40 villages with a population of 200,000 people in Munufia Governorate. What I would really like to emphasize is that our household distribution does not conflict with the present family planning services in the clinic. It does not replace the present family planning services in the clinic, but it enhances and supports these services.
The most important fact about household delivery is that it works. Demonstrably, wherever it's been tried, it works. To take the record of only 4 programs. In Egypt, at the outset of the household distribution program in Shanawan, contraceptive prevalence was 15%. In 1 year, this figure rose to 31%. Korea had an active family planning program before household distribution. Prevalence was 30%. In only 4 months, it had risen to 40%. In Bangladesh, when the household distribution program began, prevalence was estimated at less than 1%. Within 1 year, the figure increased to 12.5%. In Tunisia, the rate in the test area was 4.7%. Within 6 months, prevalence had risen to 10%. Out of experience represented by projects which have been operative long enough to be evaluated objectively, certain fundamental truths have emerged. Contraceptives can be distributed to households without serious adverse incidents, whether in urban Korea or rural Tunisia. A packet of contraceptives in hand is the most persuasive information tool available. Despite predictions to the contrary, contraceptives, although free of charge, are perceived as valuable. They may not be used immediately, but they will be kept and used eventually, or given to neighbors. And the leap in contraceptive usage in every case is too dramatic to be overlooked. Worldwide, experimental programs are proving the correlation between availability and acceptance, be it commercial distribution, village supply centers, or household delivery. The concept of bringing contraceptives directly to the people is a growing phenomenon around the globe. The act of giving a woman the means of controlling her fertility erases not only the barriers surrounding clinic-based family planning services, but also the differences of income, education, social level, which have been thought so important in acceptance rates. She holds in her hand something new, a little strange, but not frightening. For the first time, the hope of change.